Easy to remember.
Jennifer Sandwich? No.
Steve.
Steve?
No.
Joe?
So do you guys have any questions before we proceed? Do you have any expectations about this presentation?
Very impressed with the agenda and the time frame.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure you're going to find it interesting. I've received very wonderful feedback after I've conducted 3 times this speech and this seminar, and the feedback received is very wonderful. I'm very excited, very eager to share this information because it has a lot of scientific fundamentals, spiritual and scientific basic concepts that most people ignore or is not like widespread to the public. So we're just starting with this topic, and as mentioned, it's very interesting why the concept of woman being portals is not being taught by religions, are not teaching the woman are portals, institutions, spiritual people, schools. Nobody's really teaching why that women are portals, right? Because we all came through a woman, right? And so something is being hidden. The truth is being forbidden. So we want to make sure that the truth is spread.
Do you want me to give you a mic to make it a little more loud, your voice?
I can.
Everybody can hear well?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm still installing here this software because it's a device that I had to buy at the last minute. I had some incident where my devices were stolen, so I had to use this old laptop.
See really good information.
That's frustrating.
Yes. Actually, it would be advisable to share what happened to me, so you guys don't trust, and nobody should mess up with your mail. What happened is that somebody was able to issue a driver's license with the address of my house. They forcibly entered my house. When I called 911, the police came to arrest them. They said, "No, I live here," and to me were strangers. But I don't even know them. How come they're leaving my house? They showed to the police driver's license with my address. They didn't arrest them. They couldn't arrest them because that's proof of residence.
Huh.
Were you there?
Somehow they issued driver's license with my address.
Were you there?
I was there. I was in my house just by myself, and they forcibly entered. I was actually closing the door, and the guy pushed the door and entered my house. So don't trust anybody in your mail because they may issue driver's license with your address, and I couldn't sleep in my house for 3 weeks. They robbed my entire house.
What, they just like walked in and grabbed everything?
That was they did.
Even though the cops were there, they're like, oh, they can steal whatever they want. It's their house. That's wild. I didn't know that was possible.
It's really, really creepy.
Yeah, you're not protecting the state of Florida when it comes to that. I had the same issue when I moved to Florida and I rented my own space as a single mom, and I rented myself. And because I was afraid with my husband and he was moving to Florida, I said, I'm like good-hearted person. I said you can stay, maybe like a week or 2 to get yourself together and all that stuff, because we were legally not separated. Divorced yet. Just the fact that when we have, he stayed longer than that. Like actually, he lived there for like 8-9 months without even paying anything to me. Because and when I called the cops, I said, I need him out because he became a very domestic violence abuse who knows me. Very, very like I didn't even call the cops. The neighbors called the cops because how loud it got. Like with he took pot and threw it through my walls and through my stuff. And I have the child, so I called the cops and they like, well, you know, because he's been living here and he's getting mail, and because you're like legally not divorced yet, we cannot kick him out. Like you have to maybe go to some of your family. Something that in New York didn't happen. If I call the cop in New York and it's like I said, I need him out of the house, he would have to go find a place because he was abusive wife. But I said, like, I'm the one, like, the league's on my name, like, I just let him stay here for a couple weeks to help him. Nope. So it was like, I literally have to, tell my landlord, because my landlord was like a very good friend, I have to tell my landlord to like, please let me get off the contract and move out, like 2 months before my contract was due, without any penalties. So I can move out of my own apartment, and I can go into my aunt's house, so he can literally get out of my place. So I have to move out of my place. So in the state of Florida, for some reason, like, there's no protection to the victims, to the mother, to the children, and there's no protection to the landlords at all.
It's the worst state for squatter. I mean, the best state for squatters. The worst state for homeowners.
Yeah. So there's no. I was reading the other day a whole bunch of people like on something on YouTube that it's very hard to get people out of your house while they're still living in it. You know, eviction, tough. But anyway, that's my story.
Good to know.
Yeah, don't let anybody have your address. All right, welcome to Sacred Love Temple, everyone. Yay! Thank you for joining us today. Really excited. I believe I know all of you, so I'm excited about that. This is Willie. And you go by Will or Will?
Will is fine. Will.
Yeah.
Because I go when my female is Lily and my male actually is Alberto, so
Okay.
more Lily.
So we go with Willie. Make it easy. I have known Willie for like a couple of years already, and
Actually more since 2020, I think, before COVID.
before COVID, yes. And you know, he always has like very interesting perspective. And as we know, for all of you who join any of my events or any of my, we are very open to question everything, learn from different perspectives, question the gurus, right? Like question. And when he presented the workshop, I was really interested because, you know, I usually talk about like we women, you know, the portal of like that we are in a body, not just but the portal itself that we are in a body. And when he presented the idea, I was like, oh, I kind of like it. I want to hear more about it. And I believe that there are other people that will benefit from learning new perspective. Are you guys open and ready to learn something new? Are you guys ready to challenge your own belief and everything like that? Yes? You're not if you're not open to challenge your belief, this is not a workshop for you. All right, great. So if we're all open to be a challenge and our belief in everything, welcome to the portals and the guidance workshop. I'm gonna leave it up to Will, and pretty much as you guys, when you got your ticket, we'll make sure you raise your hand. We're gonna raise our hands, and everything that happened here, stay here, confidentiality is real. Good. Raise your hands. I'll agree on that. Perfect. That we take radical social responsibility for emotions or triggers and our own bullshit. Yay, awesome. That also we become aware of our own boundaries and we communicate our boundaries properly. Perfect. And we apply discernment in every shape or form. So if you guys decide to share your names, your information, your Facebook or whatever, you share information, make sure that you apply discernment. We're agreeing with that? Perfect. So welcome to Sacred Love Temple. This is Willie Vargas and I'm really excited to learn more. And
Still.
still getting at it. You can maybe want to start talking and then I just figure out the thing.
Yes. We can maybe start with the one
Introduction.
introduction. Yes.
Yeah.
Everything that I'm going to present has a lot of
Introduction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything that I'm going to present has a lot of scientific and holistic fundamentals. However, everything is it can be questionable. It can be falsifiable. So it's not absolute truth, right? So anybody can. I mean, I'm presenting my belief as an absolute truth, but it's not an absolute truth. The truth is relative, and it depends on everyone's perspective. So I want to make sure that you guys understand that this is not the absolute truth, even if, despite the evidence and the scientific fundamentals. Okay? because I'm presenting some videos of documentaries and scientists talking about the human nature and the reality behind sexuality and concepts that usually are not spread or taught in the school. Because in the end, we live in a society that mothers teach children, children become parents, and they, it's like a domino effect of hundreds of years of false dogma or false theory, especially about relationships and sexuality. That's why a lot of people struggle with their relationship, because the concept of a male is to help the woman to be protected spiritually, and we males were not trained to help women. We're trained to defend our masculinity. We're trained to become a physical protector, not a spiritual protector. So some of the concept is how to really become good guardians. And again, sorry about this delay. Are you ready now? Oh, Lucia. Yay! Finally. So the introductory video I'm going to present is for us to have some understanding of the different dimensions that created this universe. But before we start, I want you to see this concept. Imagine that you're God. Imagine that you're God, right? Imagine that there's nothing above you, nothing below you, nothing around you. You're everything, and everything is you. You're omnipresent, omnificent, magnificent, almighty. The issue is that since you're everything and everything is you, you're in the middle of nothingness. There's nothing around you, absolutely nothing. You're aware of your existence in the eternity. That is God. Imagine that you're God. What would you do in that condition? Aware of your existence in the eternity. No idea? Yeah, exactly. You start creating. In my case, I would start a game. I would try creating a game. So I created something similar to a chessboard. I create some pieces here, some pieces on the other side. I move one piece here, I go into the other side, I move here, and I keep switching back and forward, playing against myself. After a little while, I realized the game is not entertaining, it's not challenging, it's not fun, because I know what I'm going to do on the other side. If I know what I'm going to do on the other side, there's no challenge. So I make a copy of myself, and I decide to forget, and I place myself in the other side, and I start playing against myself. Right? I move here, the other version of me plays, and then the game becomes challenging, fun, entertaining, and happy. The game makes sense when I forget. Now I can make more copies of myself. I decide to forget. More copies of myself. Decide to forget. I keep making more copies, expanding the game, and making the game bigger and bigger and bigger. And voila, planet Earth, humanity. I'm trying to say that every single one of us is God in a different vessel, in different circumstances, in different bodies, living a different experience. And that's how life is. We're playing a game, which is that we decided to forget. We don't remember. Because the game doesn't make sense if we remember. What is the purpose of existence if you know exactly when it's gonna happen? There's no like watching a movie and you already know what is gonna happen in the movie. There's no real enjoyment, right? And the other thing, how are you gonna enjoy a video game without the evil? How are you gonna be entertained with the novel if there's no hearts being broken, right? How are you gonna enjoy that movie without the bad guy? So we are the creators of our own reality. We create the enemy, in fact, in our lives. That's our shadow. We're playing a game against ourselves. The problem in this world is that people don't understand that this is a game we're supposed to enjoy, and fear is an illusion. Fear just is an illusion. Now, when we think about a big field, let's say that we have a football game, and there's in the same field other people playing like basketball, and then the same field other people playing baseball. At some point, the different teams are going to collapse, are going to, crash, and gonna say, no, you guys are doing it wrong. No, you're doing it wrong. But in the end, everybody's trying to have fun. It's just we have a convoluted universe where everybody's playing a different game in the same field. So we need to come to an agreement and say, okay, let's play one game, maybe the safest game. Maybe football is not as safe as baseball. Perhaps chess is safer than any other game, right? Because it's an intellectual game and not a physical game. So that's actually my proposal. Let's play the safest game. How about that? Okay. All right. So I'm going to play this video. Let me present this. Okay, this is what I was telling you, that this is not absolute truth, is relative. Truth is relative, and we would like to understand this concept of the creation of the different layers of the multiverse. And this is like a 15-minute video. Hope you can enjoy it. Do you guys have any question, any comment before we proceed with the video? We'll say we should be good.
Kundalini, the creation of dimensions and universes, the story of the Omniverse. In this video, we are going to explain from an end-to-end perspective the dimensions or layers that created this universe and many other realities. What is the Kundalini? The angelical hierarchies, the spiritual lineage of Buddha, Jesus, Krishna, and Shiva, as well as the formation of the Galactic Federation. What is their purpose and the explanation of the mysteries behind ancient monuments such as the Great Pyramids of Giza? We are going to tell the story from a scientific perspective, using the references from ancient scripts, the Bible, and philosophical reasoning. An ideology that compiles, integrates, combines, and converges in a logical and reasonable manner science, occultism, and ancient scripts. The first, second, and third dimensions, the Kundalini. In the beginning, there was one dot. Then the dot moved to create a line of two dimensions and a third dimension of time. The line started waving with the dimension of time and circling around itself. That's the infinite source of energy, the creator of all things, the Kundalini, the EL. The wave became echo, the echo became thoughts, and the thoughts became consciousness. The fourth and fifth dimensions. The waving linear energy, like the Kundalini snake, is that string that scientists have discovered as the fundamental nature of all subatomic particles. All subatomic particles are made of that energetic string vibrating, light circulating around itself, allowing the tri-dimensional shapes and time. Scientists have formulated the string theory, then the superstring, and supermembrane theories, which dictate that all particles are made of those strings that vibrate in 11 distinct frequencies. It's like imagining an instrument with 11 strings. You activate the vibration in adjacent 10 strings, and the 11th string will receive all the resonance from the other 10 strings. That's what experiments are showing. All books and ideologies saying that we are in a tri-dimensional reality are wrong. According to these scientific discoveries, we are in an arrangement of at least 11 dimensions or one of 11 overlapped time-space realities. Again, we are not in a tri-dimensional reality, but in a time-space reality along with at least 10 other realities in parallel. Scientists have also measured that the visible universe is only the 5% of energy and matter. In comparison, dark energy and matter compose 95% of the energy and matter present in the universe, which could be a sign of parallel realities that do not directly interact with our electromagnetic field but can only be perceived in the form of gravity and energy. In the Inception movie, the protagonists were experiencing different parallel realities or overlapped dreams in which the only two factors influencing all realities at the time were gravity and sound. Isn't that interesting? It is like we are living in a dream, and the influence of other realities or dreams into our reality is their gravitational force and vibration. According to the supermembrane theory of quantum mechanics, or the M theory, there is an 11-dimensional supergravity particle theory. Yes, there's strong evidence and spiritual experiences recommending that we live in an overlapped set of realities. 11 dimensions with different realities sharing 2 dimensions in common, gravity and vibration. In our philosophy, a consciousness in the 4th and 5th dimensions, where the Akashic records reside, is composed of sacred geometries known as thrones, cherubisms, and seraphims, consciousnesses dreaming, creating all kinds of realities. The most basic tri-dimensional geometries are the tetrahedron with 3 faces and 6 vertices, followed by the cube with 6 faces and 8 vertices, followed by the octahedron and the sphere. The M theory also visualizes 4 main types of strings: type 1, type 2, heterotic type, and SO-heterotic type. Ancient scripts say that 4 primordial elements create everything: the air, water, fire, and earth. The combination of the M theory, sacred geometry, and occultism is very compatible since the common denominator is 4 types of strings, 4 primary geometries, and 4 primordial elements, not to mention that the DNA, or all living creatures, is formed by 4 main molecules: adenine, cytosine, thymine, and guanine. Science has identified the DNA code as the most efficient way to store information in the universe. We can conclude that the Akashic records are formed by chains of information like the DNA chains. Still, instead of being made of molecules, those are made of something logarithmically tinier. These energetic strings in occultism were known as the 4 fundamental sacred geometries, or elements of fire, water, air, and earth. Yes, a massive, if not an infinite amount of information and intelligent consciousness could exist in one single subatomic particle. In the 4th dimension reside the Akashic records, of the 4444 primordial building block of everything. Sequences of code and information arranged in chains such as the DNA code. Our doctrine and ideology have the following understanding. In the 5th dimension, the first realities or dreams exist in which the illusion of separation exists as cherubisms, seraphims, and thrones expressed as geometrical entities. The 6th dimension, the realities in which the first angelical creatures' dominions, virtues, and powers reside. In the 7th dimension, the principalities, archangels, and angels reside. Infinite number and kinds of realities exist in the 7th dimension. However, all of those realities were wholly separate and isolated universes. Hence, different dreamers and creators of realities have shown interest in sharing their dreams with others. However, the separation and isolation of these universes made it difficult for different celestial beings to enjoy others' realities and experience other universes. Lucifer was the angelical being that came up with the idea of unification by creating one platform for consolidating all realities so that all creators can navigate and hop inside realities and experiences outside their own. The solution consisted on a physical universe, a Big Bang that created light, stars, constellations, and planets in which they could install those realities, the eighth dimension. The result? Infinite explosions of Big Bangs to create this physical reality as a multiverse. More galaxies than all the grains of sand in all beaches on Earth. That was a fantastic idea, and many new interactions occurred. Now, beings from different dreams or universes were able to share and develop technology to travel from plane to plane, planet to planet, and share their culture and experiences. Lucifer helped design some artificial intelligence to help with the conversion of realities, the creation of portals that would help soul travelers to navigate across the multiverse. When planetary races started to interact in the vast and infinite number of star systems and galaxies, they started forming organizations in their galaxies known as galactic federations. That simultaneously was in alignment with their creators in higher levels of existence. Here in the Milky Way, the Galactic Federation didn't start in the best way. Unfortunately, some realities developed malevolent beings in the 9th and 10th dimensions, traditionally known as 4th and 5th dimensions. Those were a group of races known as Draconians. These hostile entities developed high levels of survival and predatory instincts. They were the result of a sort of video game or nightmare developed by the artificial intelligence created by Lucifer. Those malevolent beings started to invade other planets, destroying their life and torturing their inhabitants massively, mostly for fun and pleasure. The artificial intelligence created nanomachines, no different from biological life, developing a different type of life driven by survival and predatory instincts, spreading the same model across the universe, including Earth. Many planets do not evolve predators since it was not the original design. The Draconians were able to transcend their consciousness to higher levels of existence, up to the 7th and 8th dimensions. Their consciousness was like a virus infecting the goddess angel Jephiel and her descendants. In this universe, Sophia, the creator of nature in all physical planetary systems. In the Bible, Apocalypse 12:3-6 says that the great dragon chased and attacked the woman and her offspring. Today, Sophia, the creator of nature, is sick, manifesting herself as Gaia here on Earth, dreaming a nightmare, creating on many planets life with predatory instincts. The design of life was not supposed to develop predatory instincts like the Draconians. Prehistoric dinosaurs were one of the results, and benevolent reptilians evolved among the dinosaurs, surviving the cataclysm of the extinction by creating cities underground. To learn more, watch our video of the Hollow Earth theory. Many other kind of terrestrial beings developed intelligence and enlightenment. Apocalypse 12:7 says that war broke out in heaven, and the great dragon, the leader angel of all Draconians, was hurled with his angels down to planet Earth, isolating the malevolent beings on Earth. It's not a coincidence that in the Sumerian texts say that beings of many races from other worlds, the Anunnaki, came to Earth, and for some reason, they stayed here. The Sumerian carvings depict humanoid creatures like birds, fishes, reptiles, and human beings as the Anunnaki, the creators of the modern human. According to Sumerian texts, the Bible, and Gnostic Gospels, these ancient scripts indicate that the creator of the universe and humanity is called Yahweh, the creator of all humanoid races in the universe. However, the 4 consonant letters of the name of the creator equates to 3 dimensions of space and 1 of time. 4 dimensions that composes all kind of time-space realities. A consciousness, not necessarily a person. Planet Earth is in the 11th dimension created by Yahweh, Jehovah, as a prison for Satan, the devil, and his demons. They have physical bodies living in parallel realities and different planes of existence here on Earth, influencing humanity energetically and through consciousness as spirits. In the Sumerian texts, Yahweh is mentioned many times as the creator of humanity, shown in the Bible as the same God, is the one called many times Yahweh of the armies in Romans 9:29, James 5:4, and Isaiah 1:9 to give some examples. Why do we have a God creator of the visible universe that belongs to the armies? Why do we have a God that is a warrior? Why not a God of pure love? The story explains that planet Earth is a jail, a spiritual prison for the demons and evil angels hurled down along with the great dragon, and Yahweh is the power angel, the creator and guardian of this prison. 1 Peter 3:19 says that Jesus preached to the spirits in prison. There's still hope for the demons and satanic angels imprisoned here on earth. Yahweh, Lucifer, and Jophiel worked together in the creation of more security layers beyond the 8th dimension, developing more layers of vibrational density destined to destruction. The 9th, 10th, and 11th dimensions, traditionally known as the 5th, 4th, and 3rd dimensions, are all jails with different levels of security. The infected life evolved on different planets could not eradicate the predatory instincts by itself. It needed an intelligence capable of developing ethics. So, Yahweh decided to jump inside those isolated universes and corrupt humanoid vessels, since Sophia herself alone could not heal the illness. Yahweh created humanity in his image according to Genesis 1:27, but not just humanity, but all humanoid races in the universe. He also manifested isolated rehearsal environments for different versions of Adam and Eve to test their immunity against the deceitfulness by placing a snake, the infected Kundalini, with the intent of developing a DNA upgrade of immunity to heal Sophia, the goddess of nature, mother of Gaia. In the Christian Gnostic Gospels, it is mentioned about the spiritual mother Sophia. In the book of Genesis, it also mentions that Adam was destined to work hard for food. Yahweh condemned himself, sending his soul and Sophia's soul to live in human corrupt vessels, as a safeguard against the evil that uses Sophia's portal trying to escape prison. Most males currently have the soul of Yahweh, and most females have the soul of Sophia. When a person identifies as transgender, the person was born with the opposite essence. A male with the soul of Sophia, or a female with the soul of Yahweh. Again, Yahweh represents the 4 consonant letters of a time-space reality, and Sophia represents the creator of life, the logical and the abstract. So, to review what we've learned, in the 4th dimension are the Akashic records that are like the DNA code. 4 consonant letters as a representation of all time-space realities called Yahweh. The unification of realities or physical universe was created in the 8th dimension, and the lower layers are prisons. The omniversal configuration is composed by 11 parallel dimensions with an infinite spectrum of timelines or multiverses.
Okay, do you have any comments or questions about the video? I think it's a lot of information, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely a lot to wrap head around. But I have a question.
Sorry, sir.
The EL,
It's Elohim.
that's what I thought. Okay.
It's Elohim is a groups of angelical beings, a group of souls, group of angels, group of cherubims or seraphims. Or it's a group. It's like an assembly or a convention of gods and goddesses.
Yeah. Do you have any others standing on what that might, of that?
Elohim?
Yeah.
Elohim, for example, right now, together, us, we're a Elohim. We're like, sharing a common reality. So we together as a group, we're a Elohim. So, unity, divine oneness, so of speaking.
Because I've just recently been learning some stuff, and the Elohim is one thing that was taught. And from this group of people's perspective, the Elohim, and it may be in alignment with what you say, I don't know, there was a visual indication on the slide that could be part of it, but what I learned was the Elohim are space aliens, and this could trouble some people, but their perspective was that the Bible, the Torah, the Old Testament, and the Torah, all creations the Elohim, and that's where it's derived from. So I just thought I'd share that.
Yes, in fact, angel ends with EL. Archangel, Michael, Gabriel, Raziel, Hariel. So all angelical entities end with EL. So all of them become the Elohim.
So, and from your, what you, obviously, you know a lot about, have you learned, what I just said is, do you have any relation there, or it doesn't click, or?
Makes sense, yes. Yes, definitely. Yes, it's all related. Anything else?
For me, I guess, ingesting, like, obviously I threw a lot of information. For me personally, and I see it metaphorically as opposed to factually, but how do you perceive that information that was just
How do I
given
receive
to
the
us?
information?
No, this specifically what was presented in the video.
Yeah, I created the video. It's my creation, so I've been researching a lot into spirituality, into religion, into science, and converge and integrate all little, connect dots among different ideologies, doctrines, and concepts to present this, to create that audiovisual aid. So essentially, I just want to give answers, share what I learned, because if I pass out or pass away, I need to, be able to give the information to the living creatures here.
So your belief is that like the Kundalini snakes are the antidote to the infection?
Actually, both, because in the Gnostic Gospels there's the Jalbadosh, or the Muj, which is a snake with the head of a lion, is the creator, and the Kundalini is the female force, the creator of life. The Kundalini right now is kind of sick, and it's also the poison and the antidote. So the Muj is actually trying to develop a DNA upgrade that will help the female to heal the illness. It's a mental illness, or illness in our soul that we have as human beings.
Which is the predatory instinct.
The predatory instincts, exactly. Planets are not supposed to develop predatory instincts. Here, the whole nature is based on survival, and that's the cause of most of the problems that we have, the predatory instincts. How do we heal predatory instincts? We have to unlearn what we learn in nature. We have to, because in samsara we are like learning how to, manipulate the gas, and we are sent to learn about water and minerals, then to bacteria, and we can keep evolving into all kind of creatures, and we learn survival. When we become human beings, we are ready for transcending. In order for us to transcend, we have to clean our souls by unlearning survival. Stop surviving and start living. So that's the concept. Anything else? Alright, let's move forward. This is the agenda. Again, women are portals. Every single one of us came through a woman. And this concept that women are portals are not taught by religions, it's not taught by spiritual people, schools, institutions. Practically, almost nobody is really teaching that women are portals. And the question is, what are they hiding from us? Imagine that you have a doorway in your house. You need the doorway to be able to enter. Let's say that your house is your body and you are the soul of your body. So you can enter your house, you can allow your guests to enter your house, but if you don't close and lock the door, thieves, loiters, squatters, animals, pests, anybody can come inside your house and mess up your house, right? So the thing is that these entities that are negative, they want the door of your house always open. They don't want a guardian that is going to lock the door and secure the door. So if a woman is a portal, the male becomes a guardian. Males are not taught to help the woman secure their spirituality. So that's the issue that we have. We have a lot of masculinity that is toxic. And humans, naturally we're not patriarchal, we're matriarchal. And the whole society is upside down. So we want to fix that. So we all came through a woman. the male energy is it closes the door, and the female energy opens the portal. So that's the true purpose of romantic relationships. That partnership in which the portal is going to be open to when is necessary to bring angelical beings, not negative beings, and somebody who's going to secure the portal so negative entities don't come inside our lives. Questions?
When you say come into our lives, do you mean like in our own psyche or like physical manifestation?
Mostly energetically,
Mm-hmm.
astrally, ethereally. Physically, eventually is going to show up as illnesses or negative behavior, violence. But that's the reason, or at least that's what I believe, that's the reason why women are almost twice more depressed than males. Because the portal can be used by demonic entities, and that affects the state of mind, the morale, and the mental peace of most women. It's actually spiritual beings or interdimensional beings affecting a woman, and eventually that affect their partners, they affect their relationships, their life, their ability to succeed in life. There's a lot of power that it can be channeled through a woman, and sometimes women don't know how to handle that power, and they don't have the right partner to help her secure that portal.
Yeah, I just wanna make a comment on that because you were mentioning something about the indigenous knew that women were portals. The interesting thing is that within the indigenous community, there has been like a huge percentage, like I think I read it, there was like over 80% a chance of rape for the indigenous women, and many times people are not aware that indigenous women like go through like so much sexual trauma. And it kind of like makes sense when you're talking about like how could you disempower the portal, right? We are like with the portal is by raping the portal. You rape the portal, you break down the women, you become powerless, and that's the way that you dominate. So it's like it has a lot to do with. I mean, it just makes sense, a lot of the aspect of like we being portals is like how do you break it down? Is like by raping the entrance of it.
Yeah, and actually the same portal can motivate a male to do harm instead of helping her. And those sexual assaults and rapes are the cause of predatory instincts. The predatory instincts that come in our DNA. So we have to get rid of that survival instinct. We have to start respecting or understanding the concept of boundaries. I'm going to talk about the 5 boundaries that we should always work with before any kind of romantic or interaction or approach. Any questions, suggestions?
So part of me is thinking, okay, the woman needs to be protected, but if you're saying that it's required that the man helps supply that protection, why can't you not just keep herself closed and protect herself?
She can do that. Most women can do that. However, the masculine energy that she has might not be enough for the amount of entities trying to cross. If she has like 1,000 entities trying to cross the portal, she might not be strong enough. She would need somebody. She needs to sleep. She needs to rest. Spiritually, we all need to rest. So we can I'm gonna hold the door for now, and when you wake up, you're gonna hold the door, right? So that's the kind of help that they need spiritually. The portals during ovulation actually open to the heavens. That's the point. That's the time in which woman wants to be aroused. When the woman is ready to have sex. She wants to be aroused. She wants to be tempted, and she wants to open the doorway to heavens. That's the way you can. She can channel angels. She can channel higher vibrational densities, and get in contact with very positive spiritual beings. So we can allow those guests in our life. Do you want to say anything? Okay. So if she is aroused appropriately, you can actually go to heaven. We all came through sex. The only way out, actually, moksha, get out of samsara is through sex. When we experience an orgasm, we can actually see God. We go to heaven. And we would like to, be able to arouse and give as much pleasure as we can to women, not to please ourselves. We have to see the female body as an empty canvas where we're gonna draw all kind of pleasures. It's not about satisfying our body, it's sort of about satisfying her, because she's gonna take us to heaven. If you're vasectomized, you shouldn't be worried about getting pregnant. So now that people is like, abortion is illegal, why don't we try then to motivate vasectomy? Just a thought, right? Because nobody wants to have unwanted children to come here to suffer in this world. If you're not ready to be a father or a mother, it's better to be able to have sex securely and freely. Questions, agreements, disagreements?
I don't believe in vasectomy. I believe that it's important to empower women to know their own body when they are ovulating, when they are. You can't just try to empower women and then expect the men to alter a part of themselves. Also, it's important for men to learn about ejaculation and how to master the ejaculation and how to get to that place of like arousal and to the point of orgasm without ejaculation. They can do that.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
not easy to fix.
I totally agree. But yeah.
It's been less stressful since I got a vasectomy, but yeah.
If you want an easy way, go for it.
Yeah.
But
Well, I did the hard
men-
way for 20 plus years.
Yeah,
so
if you want to like
with
more
no unwanted pregnancies. But,
natural way.
yeah.
And mostly, I'm pointing out this because of abortion now is being criminalized, kind of so to speaking. So why not to promote the other side, right? So the other thing about the portal is when the woman is doing the menstruation, she usually has ups and downs emotionally, and their hormones are unstable. But those emotional ups and downs are not because of just her hormones. It might be the cause of demonic entities trying to cross the portal. So during menstruation, she's actually bleeding and grieving a loss, a potential offspring. And that loss creates all kind of issues like filtering or catastrophizing, blaming, magnifying, polarizing. And those might be demonic entities or interdimensional beings that are in the other side trying to cross the portal, because her vibration will go down, will lower the phase, or she will go into lower vibration, and when you go into lower vibration, you will match the energy of negative beings. Lower vibration will open the portal to negative entities, and in Hinduism, there's one spirit for every minute of the year. So we are talking about almost 500,000 spirits in the Hinduism mythology that can affect our lives. So as to mention a few, Dibuk, power or fist of power, Belzebut, jealousy, envy, Satan, wrath, Abaddon, sloth, Mammon, greed. But there's an entire subject matter about the demonology, and entire encyclopedias that talk about the demons and the spiritual entities. So these demons can, take advantage of the menstruation to come and influence the portal that mostly resides in woman. So this is more about demons, the types of demons. So behind every woman there is a powerful warrior. She's always protecting the portal, and she's doing it alone most of the time. We're not helping her. Do you guys agree with this? That behind every woman there's a powerful warrior. Yes. So what could happen if she loses the battle to guard that portal? What do you think? What could happen?
Negative manifestations.
Yes. I'm going to play a video. It's a clip of a movie that gives us an example of what could happen when she loses the fight in the portal. And how, and you know, it gives us some insight of kind of reality. It's a little bit scary. So if you're like too sensitive to,
Horror film? Is it a horror film?
yes, it's a horror film.
I've never seen it. I
Okay.
don't do horror films.
It's good.
Okay, you
Well,
ready?
good.
You know, good, not a good, you know.
I got you. No, it's evil.
Yeah.
Please don't hurt me.
I knew that all before Melky.
Who are you?
That's what. My ass will do when you good night.
I just want to go home. Please. I just want to go home. Daddy. Daddy, why are you doing this to me? Who are these people?
But they're good people. They're here to help.
What are you talking about? Where's Mom?
Mommy's dead, baby. You know that. You killed her.
Oh, why are you saying these things, Daddy? Please, I just want to go home. I just want to
Kom nou, kom nou, die ligt mot die akje bij hem uit.
I'm so sorry, baby.
Daddy, what is that? Daddy. Daddy, look at me. It's me.
Kom nou, I don't think well.
I just want you to hold me and take me home. Please. Please stop. I will rip your soul out, Daddy.
Bring your soul out, you pathetic fuck! Motherfucker! I will kill you like I killed your boy!
I love you, baby.
Well, that's the reason why they started burning witches. Not because they were evil, but because we didn't know how to help them to get to that point. If she is not helped, the demon can fully take control of her body. You see it? I don't know if you've seen these memes before. Demons using women as dresses. No? Well, that's what could happen. Demon can take full control of the body, and literally her soul is purged out of the body, and that's what they want. They want to, use the woman as dresses. So we want to help them because that's the spiritual warfare. Is about closing those portals, securing the portals, so they are not fully possessed by a demonic entity. This is another meme, demons actually using women as dresses, as clothing. So they want to just hang in there and use them when they it's a sad story, but I mean, these movies and these memes are not coincidences. Are made because of a reason. It's just a story that we want to make sure that we share and we are aware of. It's not for creating fear. It's for creating awareness that the feminine energy needs help. Masculine energy that is positive or healthy masculine energy is not convenient for demons, and demons hate healthy masculine energy. The negative masculine energy, actually we get the negativity from our positivity or negativity. Our spirits and males came from our mothers because we're born through that same portal, and anything that we can manifest today it comes from our mothers and sometimes from our partners. Because when we have sex with a woman, the bodies start vibrating so similarly that the spirits hop from one body to another. So your former partners can, provide you with or inherit you spiritual entities. Have any questions, any opinions about the video or this information? Questions, comments? Okay, so healthy masculine energy is not wanted by demons. So if she becomes like pessimistic, is blaming you, is magnifying, is not consistent with promises, is not her. Fear is not her, is a demon. Jealousy is not her, is a demon. Greed is not her, is a demon. Negative behaviors is not her, it's a demon. Don't take it personal. So if you have a partner who's kind of difficult to deal with, it's not her. Don't blame her, it's a demon. Same for males, it's a demon. And dildos were created because dissatisfaction, because of lack of good guardians. Dildos, sometimes women prefer a dildo than a male, because maybe the male is negative, is not going to, she won't feel safe spiritually or energetically and emotionally with a male that is negative. So when she uses too much a dildo and the portal is open to a negative entity, the negative entity could become the lover or the partner of that woman, and can be also dangerous for her. I have a video here about the creation of dildos. It's a documentary from National Geographic. Do you guys have any question or comment before we continue?
Just a quick one. When it said that the soul gets expunged from the body when the demon comes in,
Mm-hmm.
where does the soul just like get muted, or does it go somewhere else?
I mean, it's there, but it's outside the body. It's no longer able to control the body. So the demon can release the body and allow the woman to come in when it allows, but the demon takes full control of the portal. Comes in and out, and she loses complete control of the body and the portal. Is it choking you a little bit? Too much information, maybe? Okay, so if you are ready, I'm gonna play this video, this documentary.
From the turn of the 20th century, sex has been literally electrified by technology. One of the first 5 electric gadgets, besides the sewing machine, fan, toaster, and tea kettle, was a plug-in sexual stimulator. The vibrator was a cure-all for a series of mysterious complaints, collectively called hysteria, that plagued Victorian-era women.
Any woman who was experiencing stress, any woman, frankly, who was violating Victorian gender norms, who was too uppity, who was too confident, who was dissatisfied with her husband, she would very likely be diagnosed as hysterical.
There was a sort of a philosophy in medicine that hysteria emanated from a block in women's sex organ. These physicians would actually manually stimulate the women. Crazy.
Initially, the procedure called for a doctor to massage the clitoris to the point of orgasm, thereby relieving the built-up pressure thought to cause hysteria.
It was not considered salacious in any way. It was considered completely modern, scientific Victorian medicine in the treatment of hysteria.
If the doctor did that today, he or she should be arrested and escorted away immediately.
It was so impossible for these Victorian physicians to imagine that women were sexual, that they had a sex drive.
But the treatment fails if the doctor doesn't have the right touch or stamina.
I actually think the doctors probably weren't that good at bringing women to orgasm.
When they were helping women come to orgasm, their hands got tired.
Like a lot of manual tasks that are difficult and possibly onerous, it was mechanized.
And so was born the vibrator. One early version was a tabletop model designed for the doctor's office and powered by a steam engine. Then in 1902, Hamilton Beach introduced the first personal vibrator.
Hamilton Beach?
Just the fifth domestic appliance to be electrified.
Oh. Been around that long?
So yeah, this can prove actually that women are way more sexual than males. The thing is that males are more thirsty, not necessarily more sexual. And thirst doesn't mean satisfaction. A woman can actually masturbate for hours where a male cannot do that. It's a few minutes and that's it, right? A woman can stay like very, very sexual for a long time, and she might need a lot of good sexual stimulation for get to climax, to really enjoy an orgasm or multiple orgasms, and that's something that a guardian should understand. And if I cannot, I mean, if I think that I am enough for pleasing another human being, I'm thinking too much about myself. So a guardian should not be jealous and probably will allow her to satisfy herself. If I love that person, if I love my partner, I'm happy if she's happy. As simple as that. If I'm jealous, that's actually very negative. Jealousy is the worst enemy of a portal. So the invention of dildos and vibrators is the result of lack of good guardians, lack of good males that can satisfy a woman, because women have a lot of sexuality to explore, and especially culture, social norms, models of behavior are quenching the ability for a woman to really explore their sexuality and become sexually happy. We need more guardians and less dildos. So that's the reason of this presentation, for us to understand how to become good guardians, help them become angels and not demons for them, and make sure that we improve our partner's life and our life as well. She's happy, I'm happy. According to science, the female brain has a lot of connections between the two hemispheres. Male usually don't have these connections or this communication between the two hemispheres, and that ability, crossing of paths in the two sides of the brain makes actually woman more capable of communication and more intuitive than males. So females are way better at communicating and also about interpreting body language, energies, and they're more intuitive than males. So with that in mind, it means that if you are going to have an argument with her, surrender. You're not gonna win. You are not gonna win, and that actually Jesus said, if who strikes you one cheek, offer the other cheek also. That was an advice for males. If she strikes you in one cheek, offer the other cheek. Don't even try to get back to her or continue an argument with her. If you start an argument with her, the only thing that you will attain is hurting her feelings, and that's what the demon wants. The demon wants you to be the enemy. The demon wants you to attack her so she can see you as the enemy, so you can go away and stop helping her to protect the portal. A lot of males tend to yell when she becomes very crazy or upset or blaming you or gaslighting you, anything like that. Is because the demon is using her, because she wants you to become the enemy. So rule number one is don't fight her. So demons wants you to fight her, and your patience may be your best friend. Patience is going to be your best friend always, and don't take it personally. It's not her, it's a demon. The question that I have for you guys: what would be the easiest thing to do, regardless of the condition or regardless of the situation or scenario? What is the easiest thing to do? Always.
Listen. What?
Listen, okay.
Silence.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what's the question?
What is the easiest thing
Oh,
to do?
easiest thing to do.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, then I like that answer.
What if I tell you that the easiest thing to do is to make a mistake? So the question now is not what to do, it's actually what not to do. And these are the don'ts. Don't fight her, you might not win. You don't have to defend your points. Never be jealous, that's far from love. Don't escape with drugs or alcohol. Don't allow any low vibration emotion to motivate your actions. Don't try to control her. Don't ask why too often because she wants to be understood. If you ask too much why, it's because you don't understand her and that will upset her. Don't protect your masculinity, very important. Don't entertain yourself with anything. Entertain her. We should be at service always. Don't put your friends and sports, anything over her. She has to be the center of your attention if you want to be a good guardian. And just show up love for her every second on opportunity. Absorb her female energies. Cry with her. Give her space so she can fight her demons. Pray for her. When you're not there, pray for her so she can win her battles, her internal battles. Keep her entertained. Respond with poetry or Bible versicles. Meditate, breathe, be at service. Share positive thoughts on a daily basis. Use spiritual techniques. Walk with her. I'm gonna show you a technique about walking, and most importantly, prayer. Prayer is extremely important. Why? Because you're God. Every single one of us are God, and prayer is extremely powerful. Any questions or comments about this?
Is prayer powerful basically because we're creating our realities and that's just you focusing on creating a reality?
Yeah, you connect to your higher self, and your higher self is God. Different versions of God. Okay, so try to keep her active and entertained for the rest of your life. Prayer is extremely powerful, and these are techniques that maybe we would like to do today. Forehead to forehead home. Lucia, you wanna be my
Model?
my model, please?
Sure.
And you guys can also do this and experience these techniques.
You want to stand up, sit down?
Yeah, standing up. So when you're gonna do this forehead to forehead on, is you're gonna grab her forehead and put your forehead. You're gonna How do you feel?
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You guys wanna try it with your partners, or you wanna just?
You just did that in one breath?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, that was
That's
fun.
the same thing.
You've got practice.
Yes, I
That's
do.
awesome.
I do that a lot.
Good.
Now, nothingness meditation. You wanna try this now, or you gonna?
Let them try.
Yes, try it. This is a facilitated workshop. Let's make it more
Just me over here. Oh, don't worry. I know what you're doing. We'll find privacy over here.
You know, just downloaded all the
How does it feel? You guys wanna share the experience of the forehead to forehead ohm?
Well, we did 3 ohms. The first one, I was mainly kind of vibrating my ohm. The second one, I was kind of making a transition. And the third one, I was more focusing on paying attention to her vibration and trying to keep mine in alignment so we were more of a match. So, and I've never met her. It's my first time.
And what is the sensation or feeling after that experience of sharing, exchanging energy through your body?
Closeness or connected. Yeah, I would say more, yeah.
How about you guys? How do you feel after the?
Yeah, it was a calmness after the second. We went twice. The first one, just feeling it out, but the second one was, yeah.
So that's a way you can exchange energy and give her energy, masculine energy, so she can load and charge the strengths to protect her portal. That is just energy. The next one is a nothingness meditation. Maybe we wanna wait for her to come and also Lucia. They might be at the restroom. So the nothingness meditation is similar to what I explained in the beginning. You becoming God, and there's nothing above you, nothing below you. But this meditation is something that couples can do in group or just like as couples, where they can really contact their higher being. Because in the end, this is a video game, and when we understand that we're the creators of our own reality, everything is less stressful and more fun. This is a game, just a play. Any comments or any questions? Have you done any of this before? Do you feel like that you resonate with any of these techniques or?
Yeah, I'm not familiar enough to know what you're, what we'll be doing with each one. Okay. Besides poetry, I guess,
The poetry is-
poetry reading.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do the nothingness meditation. You guys are ready?
Thank you.
Just feel. Okay, we're gonna wait for him to.
Sorry.
Okay, when you're ready, close your eyes. Go to a place where there's nothing around you, nothing above you, nothing below you. There's no gravity, no intention, no forces influencing you. There's no light, no darkness, just you in the middle of nothingness. Aware of your existence in the eternity. And you're levitating over nothing. Understanding your conditions, create a blast of light in front of you. That light will grow and grow and expand and expand. You will see all kind of energies and colors and shapes all around you, and waves and triangles and circles and squares and spirals and twists. An explosion of energy, a big bang. This is the source, the infinite, unlimited source of energy. You can use that energy to manifest and materialize anything. You can see constellations and stars, and even more dense forms of energy such as planets. Slowly focus on that constellation, that galaxy, that solar system. Find planet Earth. Find this place here in Florida, Sarasota. See your body here in this building. Incorporate your consciousness back into this body. Welcome back to the present. Breathe deep. Say long. Slowly open your eyes. Welcome back. How was that?
That's cool.
Okay, that's the nothingness meditation. Going to, there's nothing around you, nothing below you. Start playing with that energy, the source. Nerve assist. Lucia.
Yeah.
You wanna be my model again? Nerve assist is a way to, if there's any entity in the body of, would be any person, male or female, you can release and push negative energies from the body. So, I don't know if you wanna lay down or.
Yeah.
You can also try, if you want, this same technique with.
We have them at, and you guys will be able to bring them over here, so you can be comfortable to lay down.
Okay. Lay down.
Facing that way or that way?
Any way is fine, whatever you feel.
Face that way.
Okay, so this is just energetically. Can you touch your body?
Yes.
Okay. Now what we're gonna do is.
Consent is real.
Yes.
Follow the
yes,
rule, right?
Yes.
Good.
So we use our hands to place all the energy inwards, right? Can you touch your breast a little bit?
Sure.
Inwards. And now outwards. Using the opposite side of it. When you bring the energy back, it open 1, 2, 3. You do it again. Inwards. Outwards. You take the energy. Up, down. And you're gonna flush the energy for the legs. 1, 2, 3. Can you flip over, please?
I was waiting for that.
Okay. Inwards. Can I touch a little bit your butt?
Yeah, that's good.
No, outwards. No, with the 2 fingers. Down, up. Do the same. 1, 2, 3. No, inwards. Outwards. 1, 2. Flush. 2, 3. I'm done. You wanna? You want more?
Enjoy for a moment. Enjoy for a moment. Yes.
Incorporate back into your body. Let me know how do you feel.
I'll try and suppose.
It feels good. I can feel the I like the like the energy already like went into the drop right here. It's like that's why I was like when you asked me like, oh, can I turn you around? And I'm like, oh, I was waiting for that because my body was like, I need the other side. And when you did that part right here, it just felt like a river, like went into the ground. It's like, whew, you know, like, oh, great. Yeah, great.
Flushes. Yeah,
Good.
flushes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That is the nerve assist. Or nerve release too. Or chakra release too, but nerve assist.
What does that do?
Huh?
What does that do?
It flushes negative energy because if that's imbalanced, it helps you balance your energy. You know, ins, out. You flush the energy through the extremities, and you feel more light. How do you feel? More light, less light? What is?
Later. Well, from the somatic perspective, I can speak for that. When he's working the energy in, it's like you flowing into the spine, into the spinal, and then when you're flushing it out, he's like you indicating the energy to move into the streams, and then when you bring it into the spinal cord, it's like comes more into the ground. So every time that you do somatic work, you want to make sure that you flush it through the hands and you flush it through the feet. Have you ever got a massage? And when people when you get in a massage and all of a sudden they just end with the flush on the hand or the flush of the feet, that's an energetic proper way to release the connection with the person because you're just flushing the energy to it. And utilizing 3-stroke is like also a numerological number that I don't know if you talk about that, but it's the power of 3, power of 3, power of 3. That's a number 9. 333. So energetically, you're also working with sacred geometry and you're also working with numerology, where it kind of brings another level of activation to the body. So that's like a little more profound.
Yes, that was a great extension for the information. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, next one is downward shaking. You guys want to stand up and you do it yourself? Just relax and when you're ready, you can just put your crown chakra toward the ground, and then just shake your hands and shake your head, and also do this. 3 times, and then stand. How do you feel? It feels like some kind of, you feel high, right? So actually, you don't need any substance to get high. Everything is in your brain. If you get like, if something triggers you, like anger or fear or doubt or anxiety or insecurities, you can do that, and it'll help balancing the chemistry of your brain. Just doing this. In a stressful situation, you can get rid of any negative thoughts.
Definitely. Shake it out.
Shake it, shake it, shake it. Now, around the block walks, I have a slide for that one. So, Lucia, you wanna be my model again?
I'm just updating my candles, but I'm done.
Okay.
Yes.
So, I just wanted to tell you something. Oh.
I'm grounded.
So that way you can actually scare demons. Sometimes it's very healing. that works.
The scaring the demons? Alright.
Yeah. Root
That
chakra
was it?
Yeah, that was it. Thank you. Root chakra meditations with trees. I'm going to talk about this in the end because when we have sex, we expose our energy to people that might have negative entities, and doing a meditation with trees is very healing because trees don't have gender. Well, they have kind of gender, but they are asexual. So any sexual energy can be cleaned with trees. Plants are asexual, and they have the cleanest energy that you can find in the world.
Sure.
Now, around the block walks. Let's say that you have an argument with her. Let's say this is your house, your residence, and instead of continuing the argument or the disagreement, you both walk outside. You take this side. You start walking this side of the road, and she walks the opposite. Just walking is antidepressant. You start oxygenating your brain. You distract yourself with the outdoors, and just the exercise is very this is antidepressant. Now in the way you're gonna think that you're gonna meet her at some point in the other side of the block. So you're gonna think about how you're gonna respond, and you're going to think better before responding negatively to her. Now, after you guys walk all this way and found each other here in the destination, you go back home and resolve your issues with a better, cleaner mind.
You walk back together.
You will think, what would be my life without her, right? What would be my life just because of this argument? What if I make a mistake? So your mind is going to be cleaner, everything is going to be more peaceful in the other side, right here.
What happens if I turn right instead of where she's going? Sorry.
Yeah, the idea is that you take separate paths. Now, green flags for guardians. What would be the qualities of a good guardian? Highly vibrational, family oriented, and vasectomized. So I really encourage vasectomy because there's a lot of people that come here to this world without the ideal conditions. A lot of the dysfunctional families, right? Unwanted children, especially when they don't.
I would say that, what I think I'm hearing from you is like, you're looking for like family oriented and responsible around family. That's pretty much what I'm thinking I'm hearing.
Yes. I'm going to put more detail later on. It's like, for example, if she has children, adopt her children as your own. That would be family oriented. So energetically strong and balanced, and then empowers women. So those are the 4 green flags. So highly vibrational, if you think what Tesla said, that in order to find the secrets of the universe, you have to think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Because that said that everything is vibration. So the only reason people separate and relationships fail is because the persons start vibrating at different frequency and they stop understanding each other. It's like having a walkie-talkie in a different frequency. Maybe I can see you, but no matter how much words we exchange, we are not going to understand each other. When we vibrate in a different frequency, people stop communicating well. Words are not understood. So both have to be in high vibration, but if she falls in vibration, you have to tune your vibration low, and instead of be able to tune into her vibration. Now, highly vibrational. If you see this chart, which is the Hawking scale, fear is low vibration. Love is 520. Anything below anger is low vibration. Sometimes anger is necessary when you have to protect your family, when you have to protect your belongings. But anger is it's just in the middle. It's not positive and negative. It's anything below anger is low vibration. For example, desire or lust is actually low vibration because it lacks it. Instead of attracting, you will actually repel. So understanding that high vibration is good and low vibration is bad, a positive male will always be in law of reason, acceptance, willingness, and lust, fear, grief, apathy, guilt, all that are actually connections to demons. Low vibration, you will connect with low vibrational densities and low vibrational beings. If you are in high vibration, you will be connecting with angels and positive beings. Do you guys have any question or comment?
Well, that I don't think I've seen this before, but completely tuned into it. But for me, I've heavily felt guilt and still can. It's something I'm working on. But to really see it that low on the scale is impactful to me. To know how harmful that, to have guilt used against me and to feel that guilt. One thought.
Maybe I'm going to do a commercial. I recently obtained the Dolores Cannon certification. Have you heard about Dolores Cannon? Okay. I recently obtained that certification, which is hypnotherapy, quantum hypnosis therapy. This certification helps people release a lot of negative charges and relieve any kind of traumas. It's like a 4 or 5 hours session. So you might need the entire day to do a session. Right now, in order for me to start my business, I need to complete 18 more sessions because of 25 in total. So I've done some, and those are right now donation based. So if you want to take advantage, you can schedule a session with me. I'll be more than happy to assist you and help you in your getting answers about your purpose in life, going to regressions, past lives, and help you manifest your reality and get rid of any kind of traumas such as guilt or depression, or if you were sexually abused in the past, it's also very healing. So
I just had a question about desire being low vibrations. So what is, you want to have sex with people, right? So what is the difference between the desire to have relations and what you're saying here?
You substituted the word lust. Did you
Yeah.
not?
yeah,
Yes.
it's a kind of lust when the desire is when something is not satisfied, when there's lack. When you cannot really, when you drive your mud, it's because of desire. When you make decisions because of desire, not because you want to please. When you're really into love, you're always generous. But this is not generous. This is I want to receive. When you're a giver, in a way that you're going to arouse the person before pleasing yourself. The
So
mention-
It's like hunger.
Hunger, yes.
Okay.
So this
Thirst.
actually enables the predatory instinct. This is predatory.
Did you say predatory?
Predatory, yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, 125 hertz. Danger is 150 hertz.